Welcome to the Crypto Andrew. This is interesting. I have two live streams going right now, so I wasn't sure if this was going to work. We will see. I'm gonna see if this works. I'm gonna just go over to my YouTube channel right now and see. So bear with me while we do that. We are going live a little bit earlier today, 9 p.m. Central Time, but I do want to see what's going on. And yeah, it shows me live. Wow, we got two live streams going on my channel. So I am going to be streaming 24/7. The other live stream, that's called Bookmap, that basically shows you where the liquidity is at on Bitcoin. And honestly, I just found this. Well, I've been using Bookmap, but this part of Bookmap I've used recently over the last 7 days. And I got fortunate enough to start using this portion of Bookmap when Bitcoin really started to pump to the upside. So I will show you what I'm doing, but also you guys can go, if I'm not live streaming, the two times I go live, Mondays and Saturdays at 9 or 11 p.m. Central Time, depending on what works best for me. If I'm not live streaming, you can go over to my other live stream that shows you where Bookmap and the liquidity is at on Bitcoin. If you'd like to join the trading group, link to join is in the link below. Click the watermark in the right hand corner of the YouTube screen, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. I should probably start living or streaming on TikTok as well, and then we can get started. I did get a new shirt. So it says Evolution of Money. It started out with rocks. Hold on a second. Let me get going on TikTok first. Also, I do want to talk about where Bitcoin's going. I'm pretty excited. My last live stream, my title of the live stream was "Can Bitcoin break 96K?" Now my title is "Can we Bitcoin break 106K?" And frankly, I will give you the answer. I believe that the answer to that is quite resoundingly, I believe it can, and I believe it will this week. So let's look and see what's going on. Okay, so right now, this is what my shirt says. It started with a rock, right? Then it started with, I don't know what this is, right? Then it came with gold coins or pennies. Then you have the dollar, I think. Then you have credit cards, and then you have Bitcoin. So we'll see what happens. But I believe that Bitcoin is the future of money, and we'll see. So let me get going here, and we can get started. And we're gonna go. I didn't think it would work because I asked Gronk, which is AI, if I can live stream twice, and it said no, but obviously it's working. So let's look right now at the crypto fair greed index. Right now we are sitting in greed, so just be aware of that. I gotta raise my brightness on my phone. Be aware of that. We are in greed right now. I personally believe until you get above 90, there's not much to worry about. But be wary and be aware that we are getting extended on the smaller time or on the higher time frame for Bitcoin. This is what I want to show you. This is my other live stream. This isn't the live stream itself, but this is what the live stream is showing you. This is Bookmap. This shows you where the most liquidity is at on Bitcoin. I believe it's a very useful tool when you're trading Bitcoin to know where the orders are at. If you look at the left-hand side of the screen, that shows you the weekly time frame. And then if you go over to the right-hand side of the screen, that shows you the daily time frame. So this row right here is the weekly time frame for Bookmap and for Bitcoin. If you look on the right-hand corner, that's the daily time frame. So right now we can see we have a crap ton of orders up here at $110,000. Let me see if I can zoom in here a little bit. It's not working. There we go. That's the most that will let me zoom in. Right now, Bitcoin has a lot of liquidity at $110,000. You have a lot of liquidity as well at $105,000. And really, the next target I see is 105,000. You almost hit 105,000 earlier today, and I'll go look at the charts. Maybe we did hit 105,000, but actually, I think we might have. I think we did. But 105,000 to me looks likely to be hit based on the weekly. It looks like we're going to reclaim 105,000, and then sometime this week, I'm actually looking for $110,000 on Bitcoin. Now, if you go over to the daily time frame, right now we're sitting at the price of 103,970. You can see that up at 105, even on the daily, you have a lot of liquidity. So to me, again, I'd be pretty surprised because you don't have much liquidity to the downside. If you have more liquidity to the downside building as we go up, then that'd be worrisome to me. But right now, Bitcoin looks like sometime tomorrow, I'm looking for another move back to 105,000. I could be wrong. This is not financial advice. You have to understand that anything can happen, and Bookmap is not 100% accurate. But trading Bookmap with the patterns that I see on the higher time frames for Bitcoin suggests to me that Bitcoin will continue up. You have to understand that we do have some bearish divergence on the 4-hour time frame. You have to understand that we're extended, but you do also have to understand that the Bitcoin 4-hour time frame is oversold. That's a higher low. And to me, that's bullish. We'll see what happens. You could have bearish divergence. That's when price makes a higher high and the RSI is making a higher low. But be aware that we could right now be about to rip to the upside. This could be a bullish retest of the top of the trend line or of the breakout, and we could just rip straight back to the upside. So we'll see what happens. But my measure move right now on the 4-hour time frame is 114,000. If you want to be conservative, the all-time high is right just under 110,000. So we'll see what happens. I appreciate if you guys hit the like and share this video with your friends. It does help support the channel. If you guys would like to join the trading group, click the watermark in the right-hand corner of the screen. You'd have to go to my YouTube channel for that. But anyways, I see a move coming for Bitcoin to the upside because Bookmap suggests we get a move to the upside, and the charts look bullish to me. And if we look at the 1-hour chart, you can see that you made the move up. You never got overbought on the 1 hour, and now you're starting to roll over. That's not a great sign, but again, I believe that could be, if you bullishly retest 104,000 and can get the bounce, that's a really good sign. So yeah, we'll definitely see what happens. I'm still long on Bitcoin, and I'm long on the 4-hour time frame. I'm keeping my stop loss below the 200-day moving average on the 4-hour time frame, and I know that's a long ways away. Right now, that'd be coming in just above $90,000. So we'll see what happens. But to me, right now, if the 4-hour can stay above the 200, just above 90K, almost 91K, then I would look for more downside. So even if we retest 100K, that's still a higher low on the 4-hour. So we'll see what happens, because the last time the 4-hour time frame was oversold, you were at 93.4. That's actually quite crazy. Then you went all the way up to 104.1 or just above that, and then you got moved to the downside. So yes, we're oversold here, but as long as even if you get a bigger dump on the 4-hour before you get the balance, that's still a higher low as long as you can hold that 94K level. So we'll see what happens, but I'm, again, still long on Bitcoin. We'll see what happens, and that is kind of my update. I'm still long, and we'll see what happens, but I'm looking for more upside on Bitcoin. If people are not staying here, they are missing out on money, because I'm giving you a great trade setup right now, which would be a long on Bitcoin, and really my stop loss below 91K. So again, that's a 4-hour time frame. That's just one time frame that I am doing, but again, that's what I see. I'm also long on Ethereum. And I still, a third reason that I believe that Bitcoin continues to go to the upside, at least on the 4-hour time frame, maybe smaller time frames we pull back into Monday or Tuesday, but really I still see more upside next week for Bitcoin. And that's because the fear and greed index is only at 70 out of 100. Until you get above 90 or close to 90, there's really, we can continue up here. And usually that's what happens. So again, that's 3 reasons why I'm bullish. The fear and greed index is only at 70. Bitcoin is making higher lows on the 4-hour time frame. You're still above the 200, and Bookmap has more liquidity above us. So that's actually 4 reasons I'm still long and bullish on Bitcoin. So again, the price we must break and stay above would be 105,000. Right now, we have to hold this flag here. And I would say, again, as long as you hold 91K on the 4-hour, we're good. But on the smaller time frames, you want to really see this flag hold. If you're trading the smaller time frames, or if you're trading this flag, you would want to see this flag hold 102,000. So locally, just tonight, I would like to see Bitcoin hold 102. If you don't hold 102,000, your next stop would be 100,500 as support, which you didn't even find a resistance at. So I really say more support is more at like 100K exactly. If you lose that level, you can look at for basically 97.4 be the next stop. So to me right now, that's kind of what's going on. I see it's likely we bounce at 102, or if we even touch it. But I am long, and I'll leave it at that. My stop loss right around 91K. And I know that's a long ways away, but that's my current trade setup for Bitcoin, looking for another move to the upside. And I also said in my TikTok video that I do see a all-time high coming for Bitcoin this week. I know that's pretty crazy, but that's what I see going on, and that is just what I am looking for. So we're live on YouTube and TikTok as well. So if you guys would like to make sure you go over there and hit the like over there. It does help support the channel. If you guys have requests for altcoins, let me know in the comment section below, and we'll look at them. But that's kind of what I see going on for Bitcoin really locally, is more upside. So anything can happen. Ethereum, I'm in a long on Ethereum right now. The measure move on the 4-hour time frame, even for Ethereum, is 3,100 basically. You can see the RSI right now. It has a little more downside on the 4-hour time frame, but again, I'm looking for more upside on Ethereum. And really, again, the target's 3065, just almost 3100. If you break 3065, I'm looking for 3570 basically, and we'll see what happens. But that's kind of what I see going on. Ethereum is still a little overbought, not overbought, but it still has more downside on the 4-hour. Bitcoin not so much. So Ethereum still looks bullish to me. And actually, I also want to show you guys the Ethereum chart. Right now, the Ethereum Bitcoin chart suggests that actually for the first time in years, Ethereum is going to start to outperform Bitcoin. And over the last 2 days, we've seen that happen. The 4-hour time frame on Ethereum broke the 200-day moving average, and ever since that happened at 1917, it's gone parabolic. A few weeks ago, I said Ethereum Bitcoin must break 0.02 cents, and you did that, and since then you're up about 20%. So again, this is becoming parabolic for Ethereum Bitcoin. Is this sustainable? That's the real question. Probably not. But you have to understand this is a rising wedge. If Ethereum does want to get the move to 3,100, then this would have to break out of this rising wedge. If you break down, then it's not going to happen. And crazy how that works. That would take you right to the next support, now resistance at 0.3148 for Ethereum Bitcoin. If this chart is an uptrend, that means Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin. And again, I think Bitcoin goes up at least another 10% this week, but maybe Ethereum goes up 15% or something like that. So we'll see what happens, but I'm very bullish on Ethereum Bitcoin as long as you can hold 2 cents and stay above the 4-hour 200. So hopefully that'll make sense to you. If not, let me know. But I'm looking for Ethereum to, if Bitcoin goes up 10%, I think Ethereum is going to go up just as much, if not more. But Ethereum Bitcoin looks bullish to me, and I'm looking for upside this week on Bitcoin and Ethereum. I think both are going to do very well. And obviously, if Ethereum pumps, altcoins will pump as well. Most altcoins will pump, at least the top ones, the top 100, the top 50 for sure. Appreciate if you guys hit the likes. It does help support the channel. So anyways, that's kind of what I got going on for the top assets, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Hopefully that helps you guys figure out what you want to do. But again, I'm long on Bitcoin, and it's pretty straightforward. Again, Bitcoin has liquidity at 105,000. If you break 105,000, you have a little bit at 106, a little bit at 108, maybe a little at 109. But the next level, if you break 105, the next real target I'd be looking for would be 110, and that's the all-time high for Bitcoin. So again, that's my update. I'll be back live on Monday. But for right now, that's kind of what I wanted to go over for the crypto market. Again, we have a trading group. If you guys want to join the trading group, you can join that through my YouTube page. If you click the watermark and go from there, we have a free Telegram on my Twitter or on my page X. That's where you can find the link for my free Telegram. But that's kind of my update for Bitcoin and for the markets. Again, I just see more upside for Bitcoin. And I think sometime by Friday market or stock market close, we see a new all-time high for Bitcoin. We'll see what happens, but that's my update. If you guys have requests, let me know. Thank you guys for the likes. And that's where I leave it. So I don't know what else you guys want me to look at. We have a little bit more time. So if you guys have requests for altcoins, let me know. But that's kind of the main things I wanted to go over for tonight. Tesla to me is breaking out as well. So something going into Monday that I would watch would be a Tesla breakout. You're above the 200-day moving average on the 4-hour time frame. And really, at this point, your measured move is 360. So if you can hold the 4-hour 200 at 260, honestly, I see us going to 360. I might be buying more Tesla on Monday. But again, I am in silver right now. It might be smart for me to sell my silver and buy Tesla. I think Tesla's going to do very well over the next few weeks. So we'll see what happens. But I do see Tesla going back to 360. That seems like the most likely scenario right now. I would probably wait though for the 4-hour time frame to get oversold. So when the 4-hour time frame for Tesla gets oversold, that's when I would be interested to buy. So that probably won't happen Monday. That might be Tuesday at the earliest. I'm gonna set an alert though for Tesla on the stock RSI going below like 9. If you go below 9 on the stock RSI for Tesla, that means it's oversold and probably ready for a bounce. Doesn't have to be, but likely to be. And so that could I'm gonna predict that happens Wednesday. It looks like Tesla's still in an uptrend, and I don't think you've topped out locally, although the 15-minute time frame is overbought. I would look for the 4-hour time frame to get oversold Wednesday into Thursday, probably sometime Wednesday or Thursday. This Tesla could be a buy, in my opinion. So I might be selling my silver to buy Tesla. We'll see what happens, but Tesla looks like an interesting buy later this week, Wednesday through Thursday, maybe Friday at the latest. I would be watching Tesla very closely for a possible buy this upcoming week. Yeah, so that's kind of what I got going on. I'm not quite sure. Okay. That's the chart I was looking at. And my measured move is right now 114,530 for Bitcoin. Again, I'm in a long. It's not a huge long. It's about the long's worth $4,000 or $5,000 for Bitcoin. But again, that's kind of what I see. I don't think we hit 114,000 this week, but I think there's a 60% chance you hit that $110,000 level. By Friday afternoon for Bitcoin. We'll see. I know it's a bold statement, but I believe we can get a $6,000 pump in 5 or 6 days for Bitcoin. Just under 5.5 days, I believe we can pump $6,000. I don't think that'd be that crazy for Bitcoin to do that. So, anyways, that's kind of what I got. It's crazy to me that we don't have more people watching, but I do appreciate the likes on YouTube. So that's kind of what I see going on for Bitcoin. By the way, again, I was live streaming 24/7 on YouTube. I have 2 live streams going right now. This one and then another one on Bookmap. So if you guys want to trade Bitcoin and ever want to see where all the orders are at on Bitcoin, again, I'll be live streaming that 24/7. If that changes, I'll let you guys know in the free Telegram that you can find on my Twitter page. So again, though, I really do. Let me look at the smaller time frames. So into tonight, what do I see going on? Well, on the forward time frame, I'm very bullish, even if the next 2 or 3 days is down. But I do not believe that's going to be the case. And I am looking for a pump probably sometime early tomorrow morning, maybe way sooner. But at the latest, I am looking for another high for Bitcoin up to $106,000 in the next 24 hours at the most. So to me, this is the next target for Bitcoin. Would be 106,200, 106,000 if you want to be conservative. But 106K is really the next level I'm watching for Bitcoin on the 50-minute time frame. You can see that the RSI is oversold. You're above the 200-day moving average, the yellow line. You're above the 21-day moving average as of right now. As long as Bitcoin holds 103.8, you're above the 21-day moving average. The 21-day moving average is coming into price while you are consolidating. And these falling wedges break up 68% of the time. I would be very surprised. And usually in bullish markets, they break up even more than 68% of the time. So it's most likely 75% chance you probably get this move to 106K in the next 12 to 24 hours, maybe less than 12 hours, but 12 to 24 hours would be my estimate because you might need another few hours of consolidation. But again, it looks very bullish to me. Like you have to understand that 6 hours overbought for Bitcoin. But to me, right now, Bitcoin looks very bullish for a move to higher. Let me look at the 7-minute. 7 minutes about to curve up here. Is a 5-minute making a lower high or not? If it is, then yes, not ready. 5-minute looks fantastic as well. And I can't say I see a bullish pattern in here outside of this falling wedge, but I am very excited about what. Look at the 4-minute time frame. The 4-minute time frame is above the 200. Yesterday, you're below the 21, but on smaller time frames, I don't care as much. The 3-minute looks 2 minutes is making a bear flag. So I'd be careful here. Again, I'm not saying we pump just, but the 50-minute time frame, I would be surprised if in the 24 hours or less, we don't at least get to 106K. So I believe before market open, we'll be at least touch 106K on Bitcoin. And I believe Bitcoin will be at 110K no later than Friday afternoon stock market close. So those are my bold predictions before the next live stream on Monday night. And then that's my bold prediction for the rest of the work week going into Friday. So we'll see what happens, but that's kind of what I see going on for Bitcoin. It just looks like a pump is likely to come, and Ethereum might just outperform Bitcoin. If Bitcoin goes up 6% to 110K, I believe Ethereum goes up 8 to 10% minimum in the next 6 days. So we'll see what happens. But that is where I stand. I'm looking for a move to the upside. I don't know what else to say. I can't say it anymore. Clearer than that, I would just be looking for a move to the upside here on these assets. So if you guys have requests for altcoins, let me know. Otherwise, that's kind of going to conclude the live stream. That's what I want to talk about. That's what I want to go over. And yeah, that's kind of what I got. So I don't know if you guys have more requests, but that's kind of what I want to see. And I guess you can even look at this. Wow, look at that. Total 3, which is all of the cryptocurrencies, excluding Bitcoin. This is like basically altcoin chart. It had a falling wedge or bull flag here, and you just hit the measure move. So according to this chart, you were going to get the pump. You got the pump, and at this point now, you have to look at the smaller time frames to see what happens. Even on the 50-minute time frame, look what I see. I mean, this is a rounded bottom that pumped, and at this point now, you're getting some kind of flag. It's a slanted head and it's a slanted cup and handle, I should say. And right now, it looks like Total 3 wants to go up to the next resistance at $941 billion. This suggests that altcoins and everything else will pump into Monday. And this also confirms or goes along with the fact that Bitcoin looks bullish. It goes along with the fact that the fair and greed is only at 70 out of like 100, and we can go up more on that. And it also goes with that along with the fact that Bookmap looks for a pump. I'm very confident, like 8 out of 10 right now, that Bitcoin gets another pump in the next 12 to 24 hours. Looking at all this information, and I'm also confident, 80% confident, that also altcoins are about to rip into Monday, like the best of the best, or even all of them in general, though. So we'll see what happens, but I'm loving what I'm seeing on Bitcoin. Now, here's the bearish scenario. That you get bearish engulfing candle and you lose $907 billion. If that happens, then yeah, it's likely that it's not going to happen. But if you hold that level at $907 billion for Total 3, it's likely that altcoins are going to rip into Monday. It's likely Bitcoin's going to rip based on this 50-minute time frame flag and based on the fact the 4-hour time frame is oversold, making a higher low. Like, I don't know what else to say. I'm looking for a massive pump in the crypto markets tomorrow, if not tonight, but definitely no later than Monday. So in the next 24 hours, by 9 p.m. Central Time on Sunday, I'd be surprised if Bitcoin didn't hit 106K. I'm long. I don't know what to say. I'm long Bitcoin. I'm really heavily long Bitcoin and small long on ETH. But yeah, that's all I got, guys. So I appreciate if you guys hit the likes. It does help support the channel. But that is kind of what I want to go over. I'll be back live Saturday. Either at 9 p.m. Central Time or 11 p.m. Central Time, and I will let you guys know in the Telegram group. If you guys want to join the Telegram group so you get stay up to date when I go live or whatever, then feel free to join the Telegram. You can find my link on Twitter. But that's kind of everything I want to go over. I am looking for a pump this week, and that is about it. I don't want to keep talking too much. That just looks like, to me, the most likely situation and the most likely scenario. Okay, so I don't know exactly what happened, but for some reason I wasn't live streaming my page that I was going over. So this is what I see on Total 3. And there we go now. Now it's up again. I'm sorry. I don't know how long it was like that. But that's what I see going on. I guess it wasn't like that very long, just a few minutes, less than 2 or 3 minutes. But that's what I see on Total 3. I see a pump coming for the markets right now. And I do appreciate the 3 likes we have on. There's more likes on YouTube, even though it's harder to like the video on YouTube because you can only like it once. So that's kind of crazy that TikTok can't outperform YouTube in terms of likes. That's kind of crazy. But that's what I see going on in the markets for the next day or so. So with that being said, I do see Ethereum going higher to 3,100. And I guess that's kind of where I stand. I don't know what else to talk about. That's all I got. And I guess with that, I'll kind of conclude it and wrap things up. Again, I'll be live 24/7 on my other YouTube live stream. That's just for Bookmap, though. So, yeah, that's all I got. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Saturday night. And I guess that's going to kind of conclude it. I don't have anything else to say. I don't see any requests for altcoins, so I will wrap it up, and I'll be back live Monday night for our next live stream. Until then, have a great Saturday night. Trade safe. Oh, you guys must remember, the trend is your friend until the end, baby. The trend is to the upside on Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame. Now it's the upside on Total 3. It's to the upside on Ethereum. It's to the upside on Tesla. I just gave you like 3 great calls there to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, and and possibly Tesla. I haven't given the buy call yet for Tesla in my trading group, but I believe Tesla's going to be an awesome buy later this week. Not on Monday because it's still over about the 4 hour, but probably Wednesday or Thursday. Tesla would be an awesome buy if we can hold 260 on Tesla. So that's all I got. That's my sauce. And if you guys take my sauce, I'd be shocked if you don't make money in the next 7 days. All right, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios. Until next time, try to turn until the end. I'll see you guys in the next stream.